Thank you, Molly. The one and only Tank Davis with me right now, one of the best fighters on the planet Earth. Tank, good to see you. Why this fight? What has he done to deserve to be in the ring against you?
He's a world champion himself. He's coming up and wait to dare to be great. So we fought before, you know, so it's history. It's history in that. There's two guys that's trying to be great.
A lot of people said they talked about y'all background with one another, how familiar you guys are with one another. Talk about that for a second. How well do you know him on a personal level in terms of your associations through the ranks, you know, in terms of your boxing career?
I don't know that, like, personally,
right.
Like, you know, but through the boxing, you know, we came up together and things like that. We had similar, friends and things like that in the boxing world. We fought before, you know, so I'm familiar with his fighting style and things like that. Whoa.
Gervonta Davis sent a chilling warning to Shakur Stevenson, and it wasn't loud or reckless. It was calm, precise, and almost surgical, which somehow made it hit even harder.
You and Tank ever linked up in the ring?
Yeah, we sparred before.
Can we ever expect a fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's going to be one of the biggest fights in the world.
No cap.
I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford, I feel like me and Tank going to be basically 2.0 of that.
Yeah.
Probably even bigger than that. So
that Earl and Bud, who you got?
I think it's a great fight. I ain't going to pick no winner. I'm forever rocking with Bud regardless.
Gervonta Davis didn't need to rant or hype it up. He didn't try to sell the moment. He simply laid it out like someone who already sees the ending, even before the fight begins.
Some of your 135 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit. What you going to do when you get...
Gervonta Davis didn't need to rant. He didn't need to hype it up. He just laid it out like someone who's already seen how the story ends, before the fight even begins. And when he talks about facing champions chasing greatness, you can hear the respect, but beneath that, there's a quiet confidence. The kind that comes from experience, like he's been here before and already knows how these stories play out.
6, 7 more fights and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me. His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game.
Yeah, hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
And then Gervonta Davis subtly draws the line, bringing up how fighters start talking about sparring stories, trying to build narratives before the fights. You can feel the warning slipping through every word. Because when Tank says that kind of talk only fuels him, it's not just reflection, it's a message. A direct shot at Shakur Stevenson, without even needing to repeat his name.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. Don't win in boxing.
He makes it clear, experience matters, timing matters, and most importantly, knowing when you're truly ready matters. Gervonta Davis is basically saying you can have all the skills, all the hype, all the technical brilliance in the world. But the moment you step in there with him, it becomes a completely different reality. And that's the part that really stands out.
The face of boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them at any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, but I'm special in my own right too.
He's not brushing off Shakur Stevenson's talent. He's questioning whether he truly understands what he's stepping into. It's that same energy Gervonta Davis has carried into past fights, calm on the surface but dangerous underneath. Like a storm that doesn't need to make noise to be felt. And if you're Shakur hearing that, it doesn't come off as simple confidence. It sounds like a warning. A reminder that Tank sees himself as the final level, not just another opponent.
Everybody thinks that Tank is gonna go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's not gonna happen.
But it didn't take. It shouldn't have taken this fight.
I knew he couldn't.
For people to realize.
Yeah.
Right.
I knew that too. But yeah, Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. It's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist.
And just when Gervonta Davis is over there delivering that quiet, calculated warning, like a man who's already seen the ending credits, Roy Jones Jr. steps in and flips the entire script. Not with noise, not with emotion, but with that legendary perspective that makes you stop and really think. Roy isn't yelling. He's not taking sides. He's breaking it down like someone who's witnessed every level of greatness the sport has to offer. And when he says Shakur Stevenson beats Tank right now, it's not disrespect.
Tank has going on outside the ring, but who wins that fight right now in your opinion?
Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline. Because he showed against Teofimo that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside.
He's pointing straight at discipline. And the way Roy Jones Jr. connects it to both life inside and outside the ring is what really stands out. He's basically saying Shakur Stevenson fights the same way he lives. Controlled, sharp, no wasted movement, no chaos. Then he shifts to Gervonta Davis and makes it clear, don't get it twisted, this man is dangerous. But sometimes that outside noise creeps in and affects what happens in the ring. That's not a skill issue, it's a focus issue. And coming from Roy, that hits different. But here's where it gets interesting. He doesn't just crown Shakur and walk away. He circles back and says if Tank is fully locked in, completely disciplined, then he's a problem for anyone. And that's what makes this matchup feel like a true coin flip, with real consequences.
With the fight being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his intangibles. But Tank is disciplined and got his mind on right. Tank is a problem for anybody. Tank can fight better than most people think he can. It's that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it makes people think less of him.
One guy brings surgical precision, the other brings fight-ending chaos. And Roy Jones Jr. is basically telling us the winner won't be decided by skill alone. It's about mindset on that specific night. When he talks about Shakur Stevenson taking Teofimo Lopez to school, he's saying this isn't just a fighter who wins, he educates elite opponents in real time. But then you picture Gervonta Davis in there, timing one perfect shot and flipping the entire narrative in a split second. And suddenly, everything feels uncomfortable again. That's what makes this fight so crazy. It's not about who's better overall. It's about who shows up as the best version of themselves when it matters most.
Four division champion already. Instead of looking to get more, show that he has all the tools, all the tactics. Stay cool under pressure, proved a lot of things. Took a good fighter and took him to school. That's what great fighters do. So it's like, we gotta give him his props. Excellent outcome. Headshots out to Teofimo too for taking a fight at that risk at that time in his career because that was a high risk for Teofimo.
Just when Roy Jones Jr. is breaking it down like a professor, discipline versus chaos. Here comes Terence Crawford with that cold, no-filter honesty that feels less like analysis and more like a direct message to the entire division. Crawford doesn't sugarcoat it. He openly admits he doesn't like Gervonta Davis on a personal level. And at that point, you can feel the tone shift. This isn't just technical breakdown anymore. This is real tension. But what makes it interesting is how he separates it. He still gives Tank full credit. Power, skill, and IQ all stamped. No debate there. Then he pivots right back to Shakur Stevenson and says that style is the real problem. And that's a different kind of argument. He's not saying Shakur is outright better. He's saying Tank might not be able to do what he normally does. That his greatest weapon might not even show up on fight night. And if that happens, everything changes.
You know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because it's your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing.
Terence Crawford points out something a lot of people overlook. Gervonta Davis tends to get touched in the early and mid rounds. He's often behind until he flips the switch. Against most opponents, that's fine. It's part of the script. But Crawford's real question is, what happens when that moment never comes? What happens when the fighter in front of you, like Shakur Stevenson, is constantly moving, reading, and shutting everything down like a firewall with gloves on? And that comparison to Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't random. It's deliberate. Crawford's basically saying we've seen this before. People call it boring, until they realize they can't land anything. Then he brings up Keyshawn Davis too, like a warning, don't get comfortable. There's another problem rising in real time. And that's when it really hits. This isn't just Tank versus Shakur anymore. It's a whole wave of fighters who don't play by the same rules. So now the question changes. Yeah, Tank has that equalizer, but what if there's nothing to equalize?
But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense is just too...
And just when Terence Crawford lays it out like a quiet storm, basically saying Gervonta Davis might be swinging at ghosts all night if Shakur Stevenson finds his rhythm, the Portaway podcast crew jumps in and turns it into a full-on debate room. Nobody agrees, but somehow everybody makes sense. One voice is calm and confident. Shakur wins. No hesitation. Another immediately pushes back. Hold on, you still haven't seen the best version of Tank yet. And that's the scariest argument in boxing, that we haven't seen his final form take. It sounds crazy, until it doesn't. Then they shift into breakdown mode, like a chess match. And now it's not about toughness, it's about tempo. One side argues Shakur Stevenson's defense and punch volume carry him over 12 rounds. The other side says Gervonta Davis doesn't need volume, he just needs one moment. And just like that, we're back to the same haunting question. What happens when precision meets patience, and power is just waiting in the background like a plot twist?
Tank Davis, all he takes is one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes them count.
I said that's the best chess match in boxing.
Definitely.
I was getting ready to say, I'm going with Tank in 12.
He stops him in 12?
No.
Just
decision.
12 round decision.
He stops, I got him stopping Shakur 11.
Then Sean Porter jumps in with that experienced, no-nonsense lens, talking about those what-if moments. And right there, the whole energy shifts. Now it's not about skill anymore, it's about the unknown. He's basically asking, what happens if Shakur Stevenson gets caught clean for the first time? Not grazed, not tapped, but clipped by Gervonta Davis' timing. And I like how they bring up Mario Barrios, because that's proof Tank's been tested. He's been in deep water and figured it out mid-fight. But Shakur, he's been so clean, so controlled. It almost feels like everyone's waiting for something to disrupt the equation, just to see how he responds. Then the predictions start flying. A stoppage, a decision, even a draw. Nobody agrees. And somehow, that makes the fight feel even bigger. Because when they call it the best fight in boxing, it doesn't feel like hype, it feels real. This isn't just styles clashing. It's philosophies colliding. One fighter forcing the rhythm, the other refusing to follow it. And when you really think about it, this isn't just a fight. It's a mental war with gloves on.
When I look at the way both fighters box, I think it's a match made in heaven. It's the match made in heaven.
Now I close my eyes and I'm thinking, I'm watching Shakur fight, man. Those more punches than Tank.
Yeah, that could be a problem for him.
It could be a problem for him. And the thing about it is, his defense is good. And if it goes the distance, you said top.
So when you step back and really take it all in, this Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson conversation stops being a simple who wins debate and turns into something much deeper. You've got Tank moving like a finisher in a video game. Calm, patient, just waiting for that one opening to end everything in a flash. Meanwhile, Shakur is playing chess like he's already read the final chapter, controlling space, controlling tempo, and making elite fighters look like they showed up to the wrong exam. Then you've got voices like Roy Jones Jr. saying discipline tips the scale. Terence Crawford warning that Tank's biggest weapon might not even land, and Sean Porter reminding us that one clean moment can rewrite everything. And that's the beauty of it. Nobody is completely right, but nobody is wrong either. Because this fight isn't about resumes or highlights anymore. It's about identity. Does precision break power? Or does power interrupt perfection? That's the question sitting right in the middle of all this noise. And honestly, that's why this fight feels bigger than belts or rankings. It feels like a statement about what boxing really is at the highest level.
Yeah, y'all don't nobody want to hear draw, but it's gonna be, and this is gonna be a straight up.
I got an 11-round stoppage by Tank.
Tank. If he don't stop him, who you gonna give it?
I got Tank 8-4.
He says draw. I say Shakur throws more punches.
Guest is on the line.
If we go 12 rounds, I think Shakur got it.
One moment, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Shakur got it. If it goes 12.
Yeah.
Because he throws more punches.
Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a real discussion about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Update Daily. See you in the next video.